Uh, Good evening, students. The next topic we are going to discuss is style. So, style is the last topic given in our textbook. And so, what do you mean by style? Style is putting ideas in an orderly way. Okay, that is the definition of style given in our textbook. We may have lots of ideas and how the ideas are arranged. Okay, so in a perfect way, in an orderly way, the ideas should be arranged in our writing. Okay, so that is said to be a style. Okay, and the style has three elements. And W.H. Hudson says style has three elements, and the first one is intellectual. Okay, intellectual element in the style of writing. So, what do you mean by intellectual element? Intellectual element is nothing but precision in writing. Okay, unnecessarily we cannot write. We cannot add words. The point should be crystal clear, and it should be as short as possible. Okay, this is said to be the intellectual element, and the second one is the emotional element. So, what do you mean by emotional element? When readers read, they should be emotional. Okay, if I write a poem or a paragraph, and if you are very emotional after reading my paragraph or poetry, then there is a good emotional element in my style. Okay, so so that is said to be emotional element. So maximum literature has a very powerful emotional element, and above all, the third one is aesthetic. Let me come to it. But the emotional element is when we read a text, a writing, and if we are moved by it, if we become emotional, then it is called as the emotional element. So the writer has used a powerful emotional style in his writing. Okay, that is said to be emotional element. And third one is aesthetic element. So aesthetic element focuses more on the pleasure to the readers. Okay, when we read a text, a poetry or novel, we get immediate pleasure. We are delighted by that writing. Then it has a powerful aesthetic element. It has artistic grace. How the words are arranged beautifully, the rhyming words are, the ideas are so beautifully arranged, and it is a kind of great pleasure for the readers. Okay, that is said to be aesthetic element. Okay, and so that's all about three elements in a style. And moving to the subtopic called the personality in style. So, what do you mean by personality in style? By the writer's writing style, we can understand the character of the writer. Okay, his ideas, his subconscious mind, and in his unconscious mind, everything is could be understood when we read carefully. Okay, so the writer's character, his unconscious desire, his subconscious thoughts, everything could be understood. Could be understood, especially the writer's personality is understood if we have a careful reading. His style, he expresses his character unknowingly by his writing style. Okay, so this is said to be personality in style, and the other subtopic is other factors. So, what are the factors? The other factors which decides what are the other factors which decide the writing style of an author? Okay, the first one is the genre of literature decides the writing style of the author. Okay, if it is poetry, the writer uses different style, and if he uses what is it? If he uses a novel, the genre of novel, then the style is different. If it is drama or prose, the style is completely different. Okay, So the genre of literature decides the style of writer, and then the age of literature, in which age the writer evolves, and that also decides the style of the author. Okay, so if it is ancient English and if it is modern English, the vocabulary and everything is changed. Okay, so that's how the language and vocabulary completely changes from one age to another age. Okay, so that is said to be the age of literature, the age of language, which decides the style of the author. And the third factor is the school of thoughts, the various school of thoughts. So we have romantic school of thought, we have classical school of thought, and all these school of thought decides the style of the author. Okay, see, Elizabethan age as well as Romantic age, they followed the school of Romanticism. Okay, there don't follow any rules and regulations. Follow your own ideas and be emotional. So this is the style encouraged by the Romantics. But the classical style of writing, they insisted on rules, and all writers should follow the rules and regulations. So that is another school of thought. So various school of thought decide the style of the author. And the next topic is grand style. The phrase grand style was first coined by Matthew Arnold. And so what do you mean by grand style? Grand style, if a style has the style of writing has serious subject and which raises which in the mind of the writer which raises the elegance, the pleasure, and as well as it should be easily understandable, and it feels the grand style has a powerful feel. Okay, so that is called as the grand style, and the grand style is beautifully followed by Shakespeare and Milton. That's what Matthew Arnold says. Okay, so so this is said to be grand style. The grand style is a style of writing which has serious subject and the noble, which rises from noble nature with elegance and gives pleasure to the readers. So this is said to be grand style. And the next subtopic is the importance of style. You and me and everyone should develop their own style. Each and every individual has their own style of writing, but it should be improved throughout the life. Okay, so all of us should follow good style. So what are the features of a good style? First of all, the writer should not have any grammar mistakes. This is the most important feature of a good style of writing. And the second one is the thought should be well organized. The clarity of thoughts. The clarity of thoughts and the thoughts and ideas should be well organized. So this is I should know what I am going to write. Okay, I should have a clarity of thoughts, and so this is another important feature of a good style. And the third one is precision. Unnecessarily, we should not use words. The points and ideas should be pointed, and in a clear-cut way it should be expressed. Okay, so this is said to be the importance of style and the features of good style. Okay, so that's all about style. That's all we can discuss in our textbook. And there are some other topics which I will discuss from Nair book. Okay, that's it. Thank you.